Tonight, it's the National Football League. Super Bowl 57.
The hype and the talk is over. We're set for the big one. Super Bowl 57. Away we go from Arizona. Hester to return from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
A first carry now for Adrian Peterson.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And he's got Rome. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 6-yard line. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's first and goal. They'll run again with Jackson. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Peterson is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Now Newton on third and goal. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Johnson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on fourth and goal. Running for it. Here's Peterson. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. He's normally a sure thing down here, but Peterson denied near the goal line. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Now Tomlinson on first and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
On second down, it's Tomlinson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. McNair to throw. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Back to the running game. It's Tomlinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. And they'll give to Lynch out of the gun. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. McNair. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. To throw, McNair. That's complete to Sharp. And he's going to get this down near the 25. From the gun, here's McNair. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll look for the first with Tomlinson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 51 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. Now McNair. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. There he goes, left side. The 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
And he will get in to make it 8-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Play action. It's McNair sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with Tomlinson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now McNair off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now a throw here home. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, this hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
On second down, McNair. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Here's McNair. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And some room to work. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 43 yards. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but hey, they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match? Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
Hester to return from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On second down, this is Jackson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Able to avoid him at the 40. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They'll run Tomlinson, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints have taken the lead. They'll try and throw for it. And this will be caught. They get the 2, and they double them up now at 16-8. And there's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Hester to return from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll try the middle with Peterson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
And now he's going to go down. A big sack, and they're unable to tie it.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. In motion left is Sharp. A final shot before break. McNair going up top. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And that one... bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't, but of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are. Here starting
into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Newton. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Pushes him over, runs through another, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup, 1st down New Orleans. Now McNair. And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. McNair. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try the option right here on 3rd down. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded at the 43. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
They fake the give. Newton out to his left. That's caught by Jackson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the play. They'll come out in the pistol. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Jackson trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Dolphins will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start the drive with Lynch. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 34. 69 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
On 1st and 10, McNair rolling to his right. He's got his man Sharp complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now McNair looking for a 1st down throw. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Just 1 more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here in Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
On 2nd down, Lynch. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Here's a screen to Powell. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Looking to throw again on second down. Newton. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. Toss play to Jackson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 11. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game.
Hester to return from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. On 2nd down, Peterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
63 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Newton. He's going to air one out. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. 44 yards. And the Dolphins have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl. Cam looking to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And it's quickly becoming now or never time in the Super Bowl, trailing by 7 here in the fourth. A pivotal moment in this football game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Rolling to his left. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Play action. It's Newton. On the move to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. My goodness, it'll be a disastrous loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Let's take it inside his own 40. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. 1st down, the run with Lynch.
86 yards on the ground for him now, as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
I like the call there, because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
He's back to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on third. Out of the gun, it's McNair. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Now still down 1. Here's an utterly critical extra point attempt here. And it is good. There were about 70,000 people about to turn blue from holding their breaths. But it's good, and this Super Bowl is tied. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
Hester to return from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Newton.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
Cam to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. Hester to return from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And CD, we get to see the debut.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And what an awful time to cough up the football here in OT.
And all coaches talk about, they preach it like crazy, minimizing mistakes, taking care of the football. In this case, that didn't happen, and now they put themselves in position to lose the game.
Yeah, field goal wins it. That's all they need. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good. Way wide to the left. And that changes everything here in OT.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game, and I'll get it done. But this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
Flushed out right. He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped, and I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time, and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the west.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but...
This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone. Move over, James White.